couple of days. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Jets. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play that time by the Jets. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. It's brought in by Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 27. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. To throw again is Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Officially, it'll be a 68-yard punt return score. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Fields. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Running for it, Montgomery. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Third and long, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll find Hall. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Wilson. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season, and he's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Again, Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. This one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. Here we go.
to Montgomery on second down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. To throw is Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down, here's Fields. That's going to be caught. It's Jakobi Meyers. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On second and 10, Fields. He gets this one to Boyd. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On third down, they go Montgomery. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Buying time to his left. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Flushed out right. Uncorks one for Davis. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. After the interception, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They go play action now. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion. And now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Fields. Airing one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And some room to maneuver. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 25-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Myers. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It was Jamel Dean who brought him down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tyler Boyd there to make the grab. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Point after, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
They go play action with Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Fields now to throw. Flush to his right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
That's caught by Montgomery. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wilson's got it complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Big yardage that time for the Jets. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He completes it to Wilson. 7 yards, the pickup there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Bears 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Fields steps away to his left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Wilson wants to throw it.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Wilson. Now he's flushed out right. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
Bears 14. Greg Roman to kick off for the Jets.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York